This video is quite special because I'm talking about how nothing went as planned during my PhD, and I feel I needed to share this experience with you because I think many people are in that same situation, and I feel that it's very important that we talk about it. And this is the thing. So you start your PhD with a certain expectation, like you have your proposal, you have more or less and general idea of what you would like to investigate, what would you like to research, and then you do the plan, you do everything, and reality hits you. And reality for me looked like 99% of the things that I have planned failed. And I'm not talking about failed experiments, failed hypotheses, or this failure that one could expect. Like, it makes sense that if you're going to research something, not everything is going to go as planned. I'm talking about the complete mess I was in once I started to actually do research, because you have one hypothesis, then it fails, then you test another one, and then you answer one question and that opens like 5 other questions, then you open again 5 other questions, you answer one, open 5 more, and so on. And at some point you have this huge mess of ideas that you don't know how to structure and how to handle. First of all, because maybe your supervisor is not supporting you, or he's not supervising you, or maybe because, I don't know, there have been so many things going on that you maybe lost track a little bit of the general idea that you're going for, and so on. And I feel that planning is great for the PhD, but it's very important the way how you plan. And I can tell from my experience that it was, okay, I am much of a planning person, like I'm a planner, I like to plan stuff, but the way you should plan stuff during your PhD is something completely different, because there are so many variables, there are so many things that you just cannot account for, because you don't know eventually how an experiment will look like, whether it will fail, whether something will break, and how long something is going to take. Because let's be honest, things take, I would say, 10 times more than what we estimate they would take. So how do we, what's the general opinion on planning during your PhD, and is it worth it? Is it not worth it? How should one do it? And so on. And this is the thing that I want to address in this video. So I think that even though it's very difficult to plan in the standard way we understand planning, I feel that planning during your PhD is essential, because it allows you basically to have clarity on what is your next step, have structure of what you already did, so that when you do it, when you browse on ideas on how to proceed, you don't repeat the same mistake. And it also gives you this sense of security that when things don't go according to plan, you still have some sort of base you can fall on. For example, you miss a day of writing, it doesn't matter, because once you have to continue, you know exactly where to start from. Some experiment failed, it doesn't matter, because you still have a clear structure in place that you know, okay, this failed, but there are 5 other things that I can try. So when it comes to planning in your PhD, it's not the typical planning, like color-coded planner that we all have in mind, like productivity planners and so on. It's this very, very specific way of planning that is suitable for your research, for your experiment, and it allows plenty of times to think, to explore, to make sure that you are actually on track with the things that you are supposed to do. And it gives you a sort of peace of mind. At least it gave me this peace of mind, because before I was doing that, I was sort of going with the flow. I had a general idea of where I would want to arrive in my project, but without this super healthy structure that would give me peace of mind and time to think and time to write and time to think about what I want to write, time to reflect on my experiments, on my model, and so on, it was very, very hard to do so. So bottom line, in this video, when we address planning during the PhD, I would say that it is totally worth it, but not in the way we imagine and perceive planning to be. Having said that, if you are in a situation where you are completely lost, you don't know where your project even has to begin, you are sort of in the middle and you do not see the light at the end of the tunnel, you feel it's never going to be over, you don't know where to even start from, and everything feels urgent, I totally get you because I was there, and I want to invite you to schedule a completely free discovery call with me so that you can see how I can help you overcome all of this mess and actually help you build a structure and a trajectory for your research in which you will gain not only clarity but also peace of mind. So I hope that you found this video useful, and as always, see you in the next few days with another video. Bye bye.